Today we will talk about freshwater dolphins of the Ganges River. The Forest Department officials of several districts of western Uttar Pradesh have submitted their plans for the preparation of a draft integrated management plan for the Upper Ganga Ramsar site, spread over an 85-kilometer stretch from Brajghat in Hapur to Narora in Bulandshahr. The plan is proposed for 5 years and will largely benefit the Gangetic dolphins, gharials and the other aquatic species. The preparation of the plan is underway on the directions of the Union Environment Ministry. The Ramsar site in the Upper Ganga River is one of the 130 sites selected across the country to have such a plan. The 85-kilometer stretch was declared a Ramsar site in 2005 and is home to the Gangetic dolphin, whose figures as per a survey conducted by UP Forest Department and Worldwide Fund for Nature India are 33 in 2018 as against 22 in 2015. The 4 districts through which the Ramsar site passes are Hapur, Amroha, Sambhal and Bulandshahr. The stretch also saw the release of 788 gharials between 2009 and 2019 in order to replenish their numbers. WWF India has been roped in as knowledge partner as the agency is already taking up dolphin conservation and other measures at the Ramsar site. The draft plan preparation encompasses different aspects related to health of the river and the ecosystem along with species, regular checking of water quality and quantity, collaboration with local communities so there is focus on sustainable fishing and agriculture in order to reduce the use of pesticides, integrated management regime for better governance so that different departments and stakeholders coordinate in a better manner. Now, what are freshwater dolphins? The Ganges river dolphin is one of the 2 subspecies of the South Asian river dolphin, the other being the Indus dolphin, found in the Indus River in Pakistan and Beas River in India. The Ganges river dolphin or Susu inhabits the Ganges, Brahmaputra, Meghna and Karnfuli Samu river systems of Nepal, India and Bangladesh. This dolphin is among the 4 obligate freshwater dolphins. Ganges river dolphin has a long thin snout, rounded belly, stocky body and large flippers. Although its eye lacks a lens, the dolphin still uses its eye to locate itself. The species has a slit similar to a blowhole on the top of the head, which acts as a nostril. Being a mammal, the Ganges river dolphin cannot breathe in the water and must surface every 30 to 120 seconds. Because of the sound it produces when breathing, the animal is popularly referred to as the susu. The movement of the Ganges river dolphin follows seasonal patterns. However, it seems that animals travel upstream when water level rises and from there enter smaller streams. Habitat. Once found in large schools, the species is found exclusively in freshwater habitat. In Nepal, it inhabits clear water and rapids. In Bangladesh and India, individuals live in rivers that flow slowly through the plains. The Ganges river dolphin favors deep pools, eddy counter currents located downstream of the convergence of rivers and of sharp meanders and upstream and downstream of mid-channel islands. Susu shares its habitat with crocodiles, freshwater turtles and wetland birds, many of which are fish eaters and are potential competitors with dolphins. The diet includes a variety of fish and invertebrates, namely prawns, clams, catfish, freshwater sharks, messes, gobies and carp. Ganges river dolphins normally chase surface dweller fishes and grovel mud dweller fishes in shallow water with the help of their long snout. They cannot chew and usually swallow their prey.
In the 19th century, Ganges river dolphins were once found in large schools close to urban centers along the river. Now, fishes are always going to be found in schools. Like herds of elephants, there are schools of fishes. Nowadays, groups are considerably smaller and individuals may be found alone rather than in schools. During last century, thousands of freshwater dolphins rolled and jumped in their natural habitat, which once ranged throughout the Ganges, Brahmaputra, Meghna and Karnafuli Sanghu river systems of Nepal, India, Bangladesh, from the Himalayan foothills to the Bay of Bengal. In 1982, the population in India was estimated to be between 4,000 and 5,000 individuals. Today, it is difficult to sight a dolphin in the rivers. Extensive modifications of this species' habitat have reduced its abundant population throughout its range. The distribution in the Ganges has diminished by approximately 100 km since the 19th century, with hundreds of kilometers of tributary habitat lost to irrigation barrages. There has been a concomitant reduction in the water flow as well. Now, this brings us to a question as to what may have been the factors responsible for the drop in the fish and dolphin population in the lower Ganges. One is the habitat destruction. The biggest threat to dolphin and fish biodiversity water development projects, for example, water extraction and construction of barrages, high dams, and embankments of the river that impound water and impede migration. Now, once you go on to build a dam, that of course goes on to impound water, and that goes on to obstruct the flow of the water as well. There is no way that the dolphins can go on to cross a dam. Rivers can go on to cross a dam as well. Now, these rivers result in major changes in the flow. They also go on to lead to major changes in the sediment load and water quality of the rivers, which affects the quality of rivers downstream. The extraction of river water and siltation from deforestation are also degrading the species habitat. In some cases, habitat alterations have resulted in genetic isolation of dolphin population. And what will happen if there is genetic isolation? That is, the diversity of the genes that the dolphins are going to absorb or they go on to take, that will go on to get considerably reduced, allowing the dolphins to be prone to a variety of type of diseases, maybe some type of genetic disorders as well. So this has been one of the factors. Second has been traditional fish farming. Traditional fishermen along Ganga in Bihar, they go on to find new fish in the river. And these go on to render the fish as a nearly unviable livelihood. That is, the way the fisherman is going to be exploring and harvesting the fishes with a few fishes in the river, they are the same fishes that are going to be used for the dolphins, and same thing for the human beings as well. Now, that goes on to become a major factor for the depletion of the food for the dolphin. The third is selective fishing. That includes widespread use of non-selective fishing gear, and that means that you go on to use a similar type of fishing gear for the harvesting of all of those type of fishes, and dolphins go on to get trapped in that, despite the fact that dolphins were not to be harvested. So this selective depletion of the dolphins and selective killing of these dolphins is unintentional, but that goes on to take place. The fourth is illegal fishing and the nets. This is largely because of the increase in the number of non-traditional fishermen and illegal fishing nets with fine weave. These nets trap very young fish, decimating the population. And there is a good amount of unintentional killing through entanglement in fishing gear. Directed harvest for dolphin oil, which is used as a fish attractant and for medicinal purpose. Now, when the fishes go on to be caught and they go on to get entangled, and there is a directed harvest for the dolphin oil, which is used as a fish attractant and for medicinal purpose, dolphins are definitely going to be killed in this region. And that has been a major factor which has been by and large unknown to a good number of fishermen. And of course, when they have to go for their economic consideration, these things don't go to matter. Fifth is regular dredging. The National Waterways Act sees the Ganga as national waterway. There is regular dredging to maintain the water depth needed for barges, and that destroys fish habitat and interferes with dolphin echolocation. Echolocation, that means how is it that sound can be used for the purpose of the location of the dolphins, and of course dolphins go on to be also using their echolocation in order to know where exactly they are and where exactly certain type of obstructions go on to be by sending of sound waves, and they go on to getting it receiving it back again. Dredging also goes on to cause the rivers to alter its flow, eroding its shore and causing deep fall-offs. Some 20 dredging-related deaths have been reported from one ghat alone from Bihar. The sixth has been pollution. Levels of pollution are a problem and it will only increase. It's likely to increase, and that will go on to increase in a no amount of time, because it is increasing at a real fast pace. Sources from industrial waste and pesticides, municipal sewage discharge and noise from vessel traffic, as well as overexploitation of the prey have all poisoned the dolphins. Compounds such as organochlorine and butylatin found in the tissues of the Ganges River dolphins have a deadly effect on the subspecies. The seventh cause has been fisheries bycatch. Bycatch in gill nets and line hooks is also a major source of mortality for these subspecies. When we go on to be talking about bycatch in gill nets and line hooks, that means while some of these fishes are going to be harvested, dolphins also go on to become harvested, and they go on to die as well. Eighth is directed take. Although the killing of this dolphin for meat and oil is thought to have declined, it still occurs in the middle Ganges near Patna, in the Kalni Kushiara river in Bangladesh, and in the upper reaches of the Brahmaputra. In fisheries for large catfish in India and Bangladesh, dolphin oil and body parts are used to lure prey. And Ganges river dolphins are used to this end. I mean, this is a folly one can go on to imagine. The Vikramshila Ganges Dolphin Sanctuary is the only protected stretch of a river dedicated to the endangered cetacean, which is under a threat from a variety of type of human activities. Now, needless to say, dolphins have been getting extinct because of all of these factors.
Way forward. Given that fishery interactions are the primary cause of river dolphin mortality, the Inland Fisheries Act needs to be reviewed and amended so that rules and regulations are in place, making fisheries sustainable and reducing risk to dolphins and other aquatic wildlife. Having declared the river dolphin the national aquatic animal, the Indian government showed commendable action by setting up a national network of protected, conserved areas for river dolphins and associated aquatic fauna, and considering initiating a national river dolphin project along the lines of Project Tiger. Time has come to develop community-based river dolphin conservation areas, where sustainable fisheries and dolphin conservation measures are promoted in an integrated manner, with possible model planning, design and implementation of ecotourism projects focused on dolphin watching, with appropriate safeguard against disturbance. Such projects should incorporate education and awareness efforts. We also need to design and implement a national awareness campaign on river dolphins through innovative media programs and the establishment of interpretation and information centers in dolphin conservation protected areas. The presence of dolphin in a river system signals a healthy ecosystem. Since the river dolphin is at the apex of the aquatic food chain, its presence in adequate numbers symbolizes greater biodiversity in the river system and helps keep the ecosystem in balance. Thank you.